Jack. Look at that, I got my drinking glass. Today we have Avery Brewing Company, White Rascal, Belgian style white ale. 5.6% alcohol by volume. Where's this made out of? Boulder, Colorado. Okay. My wife picked me up a 6-pack of this. She said, I don't think you've ever had it. So, and man, people just will inconvenience other people for what reason? Why? You know, just to be an a-hole, I guess. They go through life, but it'll bite them in the ass, and it'll bite them in the ass. But hey, you're driving home. The speed limit's 35. I go 5 over, but if you're up my butt, want me to go faster, I'll do the speed limit. But I'm not going to get up someone's butt doing 35. If they want to go 40, oh, that's fine. Okay, he speeds up, he goes to 40, he gets next to this car, he slows down. And then when there's a break, he's afraid I'm going to go around him or something. No, I'm not. My car stays the pace by itself. I just let off the gas. And it'll another opening up, it speeds up. It's like, I don't care. And then he gets out of the way, and there's an idiot in an e-bike on a 4-lane road in the middle of the road. And I was like, do people just, oh, he's having a mental break? No, there ain't no such thing as a mental break. Like 99.99% of them, you're not mental. People use that as a crutch. Feel bad for me. No, I'm not. And they come up to the red light. I got behind them again, because I went around that idiot in that e-bike. The light turns red. He's like 60 yards from it. He's hitting his brakes already. I was like, you're an idiot. What are you hitting your brakes for? I made a left turn anyway. I got it. Yeah. He's like, oh man, he turned. All right, Hazy. Just, why can't people just go through life and not be like that? Orange peel, coriander. I usually don't like coriander in beers. There's a beer called Leffe, whatever. Awful. Like you just went through the coriander batch and put it in a blender and just put a little bit of water in there. There you go. There's your beer. Garbage. Anyways, I don't think I bought that stuff. I don't think I finished it. I dumped it out. All right, Old Man Gripes. I think this is part 3. If I'm wrong, I'll put it in the title. All right. First of all, I don't understand people. I understand people. It's just they're just ignorant of the situation of what that causes. I remember a few years ago I was talking to somebody, had a conversation with him, and he's listening to a radio station on the way to work. And he's like, yeah, they were talking about this. The government pays everybody the same wage. You don't get a paycheck. The government pays you, not the company. They pay the company pays you. Everybody's on the same level. And then he tells me, he goes, oh, you're okay where you are. You're fine. You worked a lot of hours and everything, years. And no, you're not. According to what you think, no, I should get paid the same as you. You know why he says this? Because he doesn't want to achieve. He doesn't want to put effort and work. It's basically socialism. And what happens when you get socialism? It turns into communism 100% of the time. And him coming from a communist country, you'd think he would know that, but he was too young and he's just too stupid. He's ignorant on the situation. Because, what happens then? Oh, well, we're paying your money. You can't buy this. You can't buy this. You can't buy this. You want that expensive car? You want a car? Buy it? Nope. Because that's money we're giving to you. You can't buy that car. You want a better car? Nope, sorry. The dude has no idea what slippery slope he wants to go down. But that's what it is. He wants everybody to get paid the same. you know. So basically, the owner of the company busted his ass to get where he's at. You don't think he should? You wouldn't even have a job under his thought process. Just people are just the dumbest. That guy has to be one in the top 5 idiots I've ever met in my entire life. Sure, he might have a little bit of knowledge here and there, but over the years I've seen him do things. He's the top 5 dumbest. And I've seen a lot of people. Okay. All right, this is one. I have a camera. I have a dash cam. My wife has a dash cam in her car now, and there's a little one in the back that goes out the back window. But my camera, it has one you can only record on the inside and the outside. You can't really get anything about the back. So I put, it doesn't work, but I put a regular old cell phone camera. I zip tied it to the back headrest. And the funny thing is, people don't like it when they're on camera for whatever reason. I don't understand. This is funny. And I noticed it actually keeps people from tailgating, getting too close to the back of your car. They see that when you take off at a red light, they stay back. Oh, no lie. Probably 10 car lengths, 50 feet or so, 60 feet. They stay way back. I don't want to be on that camera. I don't want him getting in my face. How many other cameras are looking at you right now? The guy, there's cameras all over the place. What are you worried about? What are you worried about? So the really dumb thing is, he stays way back there. At the next light, what does he do? Pulls up right behind me. You're on camera again. I think it's insecure. I think it's insecure people. That's the problem. I think people who need their phone all the time, who have to talk to somebody, have to be on the phone all the time, those are the insecure people. They need somebody. They're always on the phone. Well, if I don't answer his text back, or if I don't talk to him, he's going to find somebody that's going to talk to him. I'm going to lose him as a friend. No, those people are insecure. Sigma male. There you go. Sigma male. I don't get this one. You see protesters throwing rocks at the police. They got shields and helmets and stuff and masks. And what do the police use? Rubber bullets. I got shot with a .45 caliber plastic bullet. The only thing, there's no powder in the shell. My brother, he reloaded them. He works for a gun shop. All you do is you take the old primer out, you put a new primer in. You slide that little bullet over there in the casing, and he popped me in the back. Oh, that hurt. It was hard plastic. Like getting shot with a Lego. Oh my God, did it hurt. So, the police have rubber bullets, sandbags, tear gas. No, you know what they need to do? Pick up the rocks that they're throwing at you, throw them suckers back. You hit a couple of protesters in the head with a rock? Hey, you ain't got to worry. You got guards and stuff. You hit a few of them, they'll be like, oh, I'm out of here. I don't know why, with all protesting, why don't they use LRAD? It's like a speaker that is so, it will freaking make you go deaf. It's a big thing. They can direct speaker at a certain place. They can also do this with microwaves. And that would disperse that crowd pretty damn quick. Look up LRAD and you'll see some stuff with that. But throw the rocks back at them. This beer's okay. It's all right. I wouldn't order it in a bar. Okay, people claim, I hear this commercial, $5 in gas a year, they claim. People spend $5,000 in gas. Get paid cash when you buy gas. And it's like, now, I would like to know how much they spend Dunkin' Donuts, Monster, Red Bull, every day. Cigarettes, weed, beer. How much do they spend every day or a year in that? I mean, that's over $5,000. I betcha. Oh my God. It's like when they say, oh, March Madness, so much, $5 million in lost production. How much do personal cell phones lose production when people are looking at them, not supposed to be looking at them, got a job to do? I'll bet you it's 20 times that. I'll bet you. Okay. The spin brush. I did a video on this. I think I talked about this before. Every 2 minutes or every 30 seconds, you got to go to a different part of your mouth. Just get a regular brush. This is what I do. I have my spin brush. I got a regular brush. I brush my teeth. I turn it on. I brush my teeth with that for 2 minutes. I'll go top, bottom, in, out, wherever. You go fast enough, you hit yourself in the eye, you go up your nose. Ah, jeez! You're trying to outdo that spin brush. But, you just do it for 2 minutes. Your teeth smell, your mouth tastes, it feels better, is better. I ain't going to say feels because they say you feel clean. You're not clean, but it does a better job than that 2 minutes with that spin brush. Try it out. Time yourself for 2 minutes. You'll be frothing at the mouth, man. You'll have, oh my God. People get pissed if you talk to them the same way they talk to you, right? That probably rings true. They come in with an attitude in a store or something, and the person behind the desk, he says, so if you start talking to him that way, he'd want you fired. So check your attitude at the door. People hate you. They get pissed if you drive the way they drive. They're weaving in and out of traffic and stuff, and speeding. And if you drive the same way they do, they get pissed, right? They hate you. They get pissed if you act the same way they act. They do. They will get pissed. It's just people are stupid, Then if they realized, maybe I'm an idiot. I rate this one a C. All right, A is excellent, B is good, C is, it's okay, it's middle of the road, D is drinkable, F, no. There's a brewery that I had 2 beers from, Crooked Pecker Brewing, and one was something paper, and another one was something to Prague. Absolute horror. I'll never try their beers again. Never. I wouldn't give a crap if I was given free beers. No, never. All right, I was listening to this radio station, and the guy on the show was talking about, he called these kids knuckleheads. They killed some lady, they carjacked her, they raped her, they killed her in her van. And he called them knuckleheads. He's on the radio. What do you want to say, Wouldn't you believe some Karen calls in and says, he wasn't mean enough. He wasn't mean enough. He called them knuckleheads. Oh, get over yourself, Karen. Jesus criminy. What the hell do you want them to say? Idiots. You got enough time to call in a radio station and be on hold to gripe about that. You got more time on your hands than you know what to do with. Get a hobby. Go get laid. How about that? Jeez. Eat another Little Debbie's or something. Jesus criminy. There's a Spectrum commercial. You probably heard it. Man, my glasses are bad. I'm getting new glasses this month. And the guy's interviewing this couple, and he asked it's the dumbest obvious question. How important is an internet connection in your home? How important do you think it is, you moron? That's what I would like. What do you think? I pay for a service, I want it. It's important, yeah. It's like the gas company. How important it is to get a gas supply to your house. Pretty important if you're freezing in the winter. That's like these interviews on 2020, Dateline, all these idiots that are interviewing a guy. They ask the dumbest obvious questions. And, who was it? That Keith, whatever, on Dateline. He's talking to a police officer that was going to ask somebody to go through their phone. He goes, yeah, you can. He did a wipe on it, a factory. He did a factory reset on it. And what Keith Morrison, what does he say? Well, you probably wanted that phone with that information on there, didn't you? Well, the police officer, hey, Keith, what do you think, you moron? What do you think I'm going to say? It's like him and all the other, Andrea Canning. The guy is in prison. Hoda Kotb from the morning show interviews Drew, that guy that killed his wife. They all do this stupid question. Did you kill your wife? What do you think they're going to say, you moron? God, that irritates me the most. What do you think? They say, oh, you got me. Well, you should use your clout and your celebrity status to get him out of prison. He wouldn't lie to me. God, man. I hear a commercial. I don't know what it's for. Shut the front door. We own this house now. Because the air conditioning's running, you don't pay for electricity. You're going to be one of them dirtbag Section 8 housing people that will leave the door open and let the landlord pay a crazy amount of electric bill because you're an ass. We own this house now. How about thinking like that before? I don't know. People make commercials that I just don't understand. I don't get it, man. PETA. They go after anybody. Why don't PETA go after bullfighting? Go over to Spain, Morocco, wherever they have bullfighting, and go after them. Because they end up killing it, right? The running of the bulls, I think they kill those bulls at the end, don't they? I don't know. I think if it gouges somebody, or gores somebody, or mauls somebody, or kills somebody, you let that thing go free. Hell yeah. If you get killed with a bullfighter, let him go free, you know? Okay. Environmentalists, America is the first environmentalists to cry about pollution. But then again, they pollute like when nobody's looking anyways. Why don't they go to India, China, Pakistan? Look at the polluted canals they have. Look at all the crap in there. Why don't they go over there and protest their government? Probably because they got locked up. You know, America's doing its part. Go over there. Kid kills himself because Google AI told him to. Probably a single parent. How dumb. I understand, when you're young, you do stupid things. I've done stupid things. I'm not gonna, you didn't have this crap back then. Google AI. It's like if you go to talk to your friend, yeah, you should probably kill yourself. So you're gonna go kill yourself. No, the kid's an idiot. You know, you're an idiot. Oh, it's not a nice word to say. Well, he's a retard. How about that? Okay. TikTok always has idiot challenges. The pee your pants challenge. People going to pee in their pants. Big deal. What I want you to do, poop your pants challenge. There. Start that trend. Or how about this? Have a cup of table salt, a half a cup of table salt, and a glass of water. You know, a 12-ounce glass of water, whatever. You eat that within 5 minutes, and you can wash it down with salt. There you go. There's a Darwin Award for you. I think The runners-up for the Darwin Award, people who live after doing something stupid, should be called the Derwin Award. Derwin Awards. You know? That's what it should be. Because I've seen one lady, it was on X. Some lady was at a safari, a tiger or a lion safari. She was arguing with her husband. She gets out of the car, goes around the other side, boom, one comes up and grabs her. I made the comment, and the next Darwin Award goes to, and a lot of people liked it, I guess. People are dumb. I mean, you don't have a brain fart by no. You do brain farts by whatever. You know, you put diesel in your car. I don't know how, but it might be in a gas can that says gas, but it might be diesel in there. You do that by accident, whatever. But doing that, getting out of a car on a safari, that guy should have said, "Wow, whew, I'm glad that happened." Got in the driver's seat and drove on down the road. God, if she's that pissed off to go around a car and do that, maybe we don't need her in the world. You know? Okay. Roofing company says, I heard this in a radio commercial. They're voted #1 roofing company for 25 years. I've never heard of the roofing company. Now, can you just say that? Because I heard my wife work where she works. She knows these two companies' names. They're two brothers. They have two different companies, contracting companies. The one is actually doing good. The other one, he's got to rely on his employees to pay for stuff because all his credit cards are maxed out and everything. This idiot says he's the #1 contracting company in Trumbull County, Ohio. Now, who says that? You know, can you just run an ad and say, yeah, we're the #1 beer supplier company in the world, and that's MM Beer. It's, you know, you could say that. It might not be true, but I'll tell you what, they're the best in the area. You're not going to beat their selection. But the roofing contractor, I've never heard of the roofing contractor ever. And they say for 25 years. Yeah. All right. I hear a car commercial, 180-point inspection list. I emailed that company. I messaged that company. Can I get a copy of this 180-point inspection? Get a piece of paper, write down 180 things. 5 lug nuts, 5, 10, 15, that's 20. Windshield, fluids, brakes, tire tread, windshield wipers. Try to make a list. 180. I remember Mercedes said they had a 250. They never contacted me. Never gave me the list. Their commercials changed. They don't put that in a commercial anymore. Yeah, because there's no such thing. The word literally. I heard a guy on the radio. He's talking. Oh, they were talking about some guy running for office or something. He says he's literally 1,000 years old. I mean, the guy's 1,000 years old? Was he Methuselah? I don't understand. People use the word literally, and they have no clue what the word means. And he was talking about, I was on a Spirit Airlines or something, an airlines, and he says, the seat in front of you is literally 3 inches from his face, from his nose. Literally 3 inches. The same guy said, literally 1,000 years old. People just... All right, I don't get this. Our break room is up front. And we got... It annoys me. And we got people... They're walking up front. And if they're walking in front of you, they're looking at their phone. Moseying on along, you know. You go around them. But if you're in front of them, the phone's down, it's double time. They got to catch up to you. They walk fast. They got to catch up to you. Catch up to you. It's like, no, get away from me. Get away from me. Just because we work together doesn't mean we need to talk. And I'm an a-hole. You know, I'm there anymore. Nobody. No. I'll talk to you if your machine breaks. You need this, you need that. I'll do it for you. I'm not talking. It has to come down to that. It literally has to come down to that. I'm done. And when they say, "Oh, I need money, I gotta work, I can't call off," what do? They call off the next day. Well, I need to buy food for my kids. They call off the next day. They go home. You don't need to buy food for your kids. You're a guy. Chances are the kids' parents are getting money, welfare. What do you have to pay for your kids? They're already taking money out of your paycheck. I know that for a fact. You're paying child support. What do you mean you have to pay for? It's just an excuse to get out of work. Oh, I gotta go buy some food for my kids. That was actually used. I gotta go home. I gotta buy some food for my kids. Why is there no protective seal on salsa? Anything that's like, because you know what's gonna happen. I mean, there's a lot of products out there. You remember from the Tylenol scare where there's an actual vitamin. They make turmeric. I think it's some valley, whatever. You can actually take the things apart and put cyanide like the guy did in the Tylenol and put them back together, put it back in the bottle, glue that seal on there. You can do that now with these. And nobody learned anything from that. So anyways, you get salsa, you just pop the lid off. I mean, you got that seal. Like if you can foods or jelly or anything, you pop it and you can hear the seal break. How many people are going to open that up? If it didn't pop, they're still going to use it. They're going to look at it. They're going to smell it. They're going to dump it in the bowl and they're going to start eating. They put seals on oil, on motor oil. Who's going to poison that? I don't understand it. But they won't put a seal, they won't make those capsules where you can just take them apart. All right. Oh, Walmart. You go to Walmart. They will lock up $7 flash drives behind glass. But you go in the hunting section and they got a damn trail camera for $290. You can just pick it right up off the shelf, put it in your. They got cameras right there. You can just walk down another aisle and. Walmart. I hope I didn't get anybody an idea. Okay, this really bugs me. There are HIPAA laws where you can't ask people. Oh, but you can't ask people about their medications, their medical history, but you had to show proof of vaccination, huh? So much for HIPAA laws when that happened. But anyways, if I walk up to somebody on the street and I say, yeah, hey, do you go to therapy? Or are you on any medications? Or what? It's none of your damn business. HIPAA laws. It's none of your damn business. Why are people so okay with to make a podcast and bring that crap up and throw it out there? If I asked you, you'd say it's none of my damn business, but you have a podcast, you blurt it out there. I'm in therapy. I take anti-anxiety medication. I take depression medication. We don't want to hear that crap. I listened to a podcast today. He brought that up. And the one said she's in therapy on anti-anxiety medication and she has PTSD. Why did I need to hear that? Has nothing to do with your podcast. But a guy today said he takes something. What I was so mad. I was like, why the hell did I? That's strike one. If I hear it, 3 strikes. If I hear you talk about your mental or physical or health or anything on a podcast that has nothing to do with the podcast, you're gone. I don't listen to it anymore. I'll just unfollow. It's just like I don't need. People don't need to hear crap. I'm sick of that crap. It's none of my business. Anyways. Comets travel, I Googled it, at 22,400 to 155,000 miles per hour. That's like 25 kilometers an hour. Can you get how fast that is? And do you remember when NASA landed on a comet? Do you remember that? That was in the news. How did they land on a comet that's going 22,000 miles an hour? How? They had to get that probe, that thing going 22,000, at least up to 155,000. I don't believe it actually happened. Just like the moon landing. No, the moon landing I believe happened, but I don't believe that happened. So anyways, people who dive, who go diving. I understand you take an oxygen tank, you time, okay, I got to be up at this time, and this time, and this time. I get decompression. If I go down so far, I got to stop. Why not take a whole crap load of tanks? Because if something goes wrong, you're screwed. I listened to a podcast about that. She got stuck in this wreckage that they were in, and she almost didn't make it out. She had to jettison her tank. And she had to get out of there, and lucky there was a guy there. They traded back off, the breather valve thing, hickey-do, whatchamacallit, and they survived. But they had to decompress, and I guess they ended up doing it. I don't know. I can't remember. I think I might have stopped listening at that point because I was so mad. I was like, why don't you take a bunch of tanks? God, I wouldn't do it anyway. No. It's like flying in a plane. I never did it. I never will. Because you know why? Because something weird will happen and I'll die. Because somebody did this. There was a local guy during the last Iraq war. He said he's gonna go over there and he's gonna die over something stupid. And he did. His Humvee turned over on him, killed him. Wasn't even his fault. Wasn't an IED or anything. It was just he flipped over and he killed himself. And he died. He didn't kill himself, he died. I said, that's why I won't fly. No. I'll walk. I'll walk. All right. Oh yeah, here's something I heard on a podcast again. He brings up the date 1573. 1573. That's another thing. I hate it when people in the 16th century, in the 20th century, don't give me a math problem to do. Just say the 1900s, 1800s, 1700s, 16, and say, the 17th century. Don't get, come on. I'm already dumb. But he said in 1573, and then he says, you have to remember, there was no internet, no cell phones at this time. No kidding. No kidding. That should go without saying. God, man. Hey, I got that one on there already. All right, people, is it so hard to work, to do your job? Where my wife works, no matter where she goes, what department she goes into, people rely on her to do their job. Every time. And they hate her for it. They hate her for it. Because she outworks them. I outwork. How hard is it to do your job? Just if you want to raise, if you're making minimum wage for any length of time, you are the problem. Because why would a company want to not pay you more if you're going to produce for the company? If you're going to work harder than this guy here, if he hires 10 people, and say you put a sticker on a piece of cardboard, and that's all you do all day, and you want to take the sticker off and get another sticker. Pick up your phone. Because I'm making minimum wage, you're going to get minimum work. No, that's below minimum. So, me, I'm like, throw it in there, pick it off, pick it up. Yeah. So when slow time comes around, or when raises come around, I get the raise, you don't. How hard is it? How hard is it? Just go and do your job and do it better. People don't realize, oh, minimum wage, you're going to get minimum work. Well, I think get rid of minimum wage. Prove to me what you're worth. There you go. Okay. Yeah, I heard that one. Okay, it's the last one. All right, you have somebody who is accused of sexual harassment. All right? Rape, sexual harassment, whatever you want to call it. I don't call it sexual assault because that sugarcoats it. That sugarcoats rape. You know? I call it they call it a rape kit, but they don't call it a sexual assault kit. So anyways, wait a minute. All right. You have 5 accusers accusing this guy of doing this. You have 1. Okay, let's start with 1. Well, I don't know. And according to some people, you have 1 accuser. That means he did it. But you have 5 come out. You're like, we might be onto something here. 10, 15, 20, 30, 40. It doesn't matter. 100. The more the people, the more believable this guy did it. You know? So what if they were police officers? What if they were lawyers? What if they were like, judges? Mayors? These are high appointed people accusing this guy of doing this. You got to believe them, right? Now, you have one person say, I seen Bigfoot, You're like, I don't know. You have 10, 20, 30, 1,000, hundreds of thousands claim they've seen Bigfoot. Mayors, lawyers, doctors, police officers, military, they've seen this thing. Nah, doesn't exist. Yeah. Yeah, they're credible people. Nah, doesn't exist. Same thing with UFOs. Cheers.